Hello, everyone. Welcome. This is Shalena Diva. I am the purpose-driven diva, creator of www.shalenadiva.com, the most entertaining, educational, and enlightening website for women. Welcome to this week's segment of Smooches. As your life coach, I'm here to bring you a very good and interesting life lesson. And actually, over the next 2 weeks, we're actually going to talk about how you manage the relationships in your life. I am very excited because on Saturday I am releasing my book entitled Fire Your Friends, a woman's guide to becoming her own best friend. Here is what the book looks like. I am so proud. Love Arts and Graphics. They did a wonderful job on the cover. I'm very excited about it. So this week, I want to actually teach you and show you how you kick toxic relationships to the curb, because we all know they're no good. You need to get them out of your life. So the first part, before I show you how to kick those toxic relationships to the curb, I first want to help you identify what a toxic relationship is. Actually, at the end of each chapter in the book, I actually make you do an evaluation of the relationships that you have in your life, depending upon the area of your life that we are talking about. So actually, I'm going to take you, walk you through very quickly the first part of the book, which is dedicated to your dreams and your goals and your gifts and your talents and your aspirations, you know, those big hopes and big dreams that you have. And I want to just walk you through how you determine whether or not a relationship is toxic and what to do about it. So in regards to your hopes and your dreams, okay, here is how you can identify if someone is toxic. All right. If they discourage your development of your gifts and talents, that is a sign. So if you want to go to dance class or art class or fashion design school, or you want to get your credit together so that you can actually finance your dreams, if you want to go to acting school, whatever it is that you want to do, if they discourage you from doing that, why are you wasting your time doing that? That's stupid. Girl, please, you're never going to make it big anyway. So I don't know why you're wasting your time. If they say things like that, and if that is their attitude towards you investing and developing your skills and talents, that is toxic. That is the behavior of a toxic person. All right, moving on. If they don't value your gifts, your talents, your time, and your opinions, that's also the sign of a toxic person. First of all, if they don't respect your time, if you say you're going to be somewhere at a certain time and they don't call you ahead just to let you know, hey, I'm running a little late, and this is the norm for them, that means they don't respect your time. But the thing is, you have to respect your time first, because if you respect your time and throw down the gauntlet and say, look, you have 15 minutes to get here, and if not, this is a wrap, and never again. You really have to set those boundaries. But if you have people who are constantly walking over those boundaries and they just ignore them, that is a sign of toxicity. Okay. And also, if they don't value your opinion, girl, that's stupid. Like, nobody asked you for your opinion. If they say things like that, toxic. And also, if they don't just value your gifts, they know you can sing, but they're like, whatever, anybody can do that. It's nothing special about what you do. I don't even know why you're making a big deal out of it. I don't know why you're paying for singing lessons. You can sing, but you all right. If they say things like that, they are toxic. Also, moving on, if they know of opportunities that you could really take advantage of to take your career or to take your gift and your talent to the next level, and they don't tell you about it and they make it a habit. See, because they don't respect your gift. So if they know something's coming up or something you could really take advantage of and they don't tell you about it, they don't promote it to you, they don't try to expose you to new opportunities, that's the sign of a toxic person. And usually there's some underlying jealousy there, because if you know that someone can benefit from something, why not share the information? So also the last point that I wanted to stress in this area. Now, mind you, in the book, actually, there are 5 areas in total. So I'm just sharing the first area of the book where we do our evaluation. Now, the last thing that I wanted to touch upon was, Toxic people, my sister told me this saying a few years back, and it's so true. She said that fake friends, I don't know how you can be a fake friend, but for the ease of conversation, a fake friend shouts your failures but whispers your success. Once again, fake friends shouts your failures but whisper your success. So when you're actually doing, when you're on the grind, you're doing your thing and things are happening for you, oh, that's nice. It's okay. That's all right. It's like they're not as happy as they should be for you. You know what I mean? That's a sign, but then let you mess up. Maybe you fall on your face. Maybe you make a mistake. Maybe you didn't do the right thing. Maybe you actually attempted something and it didn't work out that time. They go and they tell everybody what you did. They tell everybody how you messed up. And so that is a case of them shouting your failures and whispering your success. When you become successful, it's like mum's the word. They have nothing to say. But, as soon as you mess up or things don't work out right, see, I told her she wasn't any good. I told her, she doesn't have a good voice. So I don't know why she wasted her money on those classes. She could have bought a Louis Vuitton bag instead, That's pretty messed up if someone said that. But if you have people who they say those kinds of things to you and they treat you that way, let me be the first to tell you they are toxic and they are not your friends. But you'll be amazed at how many people actually latch on to and allow toxic people to just hang around in their lives. And if you want to go to that next level of success, whatever it means to you, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot have toxic people in your lives. Earlier today, I explained to someone about this notion of someone being toxic and why, and the next part I'm going to tell you why you have to get rid of them. Toxic people are like acid. We all know it with acid. You put it on any surface, it's going to burn a hole right through it. It's going to destroy it. That is how I view toxic people. Now, let's just say you have a friend and, when it comes to you going to school, they hate on you there, right? But then you're like, but when it comes to other things, they're okay. No, no, and no. Once again, going back to acid. If you pour acid on your right hand and it burns a hole, guess what's going to happen if you pour it on the left hand? It's going to burn a hole there too. So toxic people are toxic all the way around and you have to get rid of them. So that leads me actually to the second part of the book. Once again, Fire Your Friends, A Woman's Guide to Becoming Her Own Best Friend. The second part is, okay, I've identified those toxic relationships. Now, how do I get rid of them? Well, if you have a friend who fits a description of anything I just said, get rid of them immediately. You hand them a pink slip. You must fire them. Fire them on sight. And a really good friend of mine, April Franks Hunt, she actually said something to me earlier today that made a lot of sense. Usually when you find yourself in toxic relationships, it has been wearing on you for a while. You've been uncomfortable for a while. You've been very sad about it for a while. And it's just been so burdensome. So it's just a matter of finding the courage to walk away, finding the courage to end that relationship. And this is for romantic relationships and platonic relationships, or your home girl, family members, whatever. You must find the courage within you. As I like to say, you have to bet on you. You have to be worth it to say, you know what? I don't need this toxicity in my life. You have to go. And I actually did that recently in my last relationship. I literally said these words: you are fired out of my life. And I meant it. So with the people who are really toxic, like earlier what I described, they have to go. You have to find the courage. You better pray it out, get counseling, talk it out, whatever you have to do. You have to get rid of that person, because the bottom line, I always like to tell people, everybody cannot go with you to the places where God wants to take you. Bottom line. Okay, so those are the people who are just toxic. Toxic. The next group of people who I like to say they have hater tendencies, okay? The people who whisper your success and shout your failures, okay? It's like they're toxic. They have hater tendencies, but they have some redeeming qualities about them. Here's the thing about them. I say put them on probation. What does that mean? That means cut back their hours. Cut back the amount of time you spend with them. Stop following them around on social media. Every time they text you, you don't have to text them back. Every time they call you, Send them the voicemail. You do not have to talk to them, because once you become a diva, and once you really get on that path, you begin to value your time. My time is very precious. I don't tolerate negativity. If you don't have anything going on, guess what? You're not talking to me. So those people, they have hater tendencies. And people usually in this category, who usually fall into this category, they are family members and close friends. Because they could kind of go either way. And I say, put them on probation. Stop telling them your hopes and dreams. Stop it, because they won't be supportive. And also, stop going over to visit them so much. Literally, like on the job, when they're trying to get rid of someone, what do? They cut back their hours slowly but surely. And the person begins to get the message like, wow, I need to shape up, ship out, or try to find a new job. And that's what you need to do. And in this way, you're actually taking the person, and you're actually getting rid of them with decency. And then finally, what you want to do, you want to put them on probation. You want to cut back their hours. And that is how you can eliminate toxic relationships. And those people in the last group, they're either going to do one or two things. They're going to go to be totally toxic, or they could actually become better. So you can buy my book at shalenadiva.com/buy the book. Just visit me at shalenadiva.com anyway. I look forward to our session next week. We can talk about how we can build positive relationships. Until then, remember, everything has beauty, including you. It just takes a true diva to see it. Be blessed. Smooches, baby. I need